Hello everyone, Carson the Southern Engine here with another video of my Thomas & Friends DVD collection. And over the past few months, ever since my last DVD collection on Memorial Day 2019, I got some new DVDs, which would be all these DVDs over here. Also, I've decided to keep some CGI DVDs. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But for now, just enjoy my DVD collection. And also, Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2020. Here's A Big Day for Thomas. Episodes are A Big Day for Thomas, Percy Runs Away, Thomas Breaks the Rules, Henry's Special Coal, The Flying Kipper, Trouble for Thomas, and Toby the Tram Engine. Sing-along songs, Toby and Sir Topham Hatt. Here's Percy Takes the Plunge. Episodes are Daisy, Percy's Predicament, Whistles and Sneezes, Saved from Scrap, A New Friend for Thomas, Tender Engines, and Percy Takes the Plunge. Sing-along song, Let's Have a Race. Here's Thomas and his friends help out. Episodes, Edward Helps Out, Foolish Freight Cars, Thomas, Percy and the Mail Train, Thomas Breaks the Rules, Down the Mine, Percy's Promise, Trouble in the Shed, Donald and Douglas, Saved from Scrap, Birdie's Chase, and Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. Here's Thomas Gets Bumped and Other Adventures, Thomas Gets Bumped, Edward, Trevor and the Really Useful Party, Diesel Does It Again, Gordon and the Famous Visitor, Donald's Duck, Percy and the Signal, and Thomas, Percy and the Mail Train. Sing-along song, After All the Stories, Accidents Will Happen. That can happen to everyone. Everyone can have accidents, now and again. Anyway, here's double feature of James Goes Buzz Buzz and Thomas and the Special Letter. First of all, James Goes Buzz Buzz and Other Thomas Adventures. James Goes Buzz Buzz, One Good Turn, Birdie's Chase, Heroes, Bulgy, Wrong Road, and Percy, James, and the Fruitful Day. And the sing-along song is The Island Song. Thomas and the Special Letter and Other Adventures. The episodes are Thomas and the Special Letter, Home at Last, Rock and Roll, Steamroller, Bold, Toad Stands By, and Bowled Out. Sing-along song, Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover. And it says 2 DVDs in one, like, it's just let me get the disc open here. It's a little hard to do with one hand because I'm using my other hand to hold up my phone. It's just anyway, it's just one disc, and it says side, okay, give me a sec, it's a, here it is, side A, James Goes Buzz Buzz, and side B, Thomas and the Special Letter. Like, this side is side A, so if you play it on with that side facing the top, you'll get James Goes Buzz Buzz. Do it the other way around, and you'll get Thomas and the Special Letter. It'll do the same thing with another double feature. I have 3 double features right now. That'll be another one, 2 DVDs on one. But this one, it has 2 DVDs, 2 discs. But I'll talk about that when I soon get to them. Anyway, here's 10 years of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, just to honor 10 years of Thomas and Friends. The TV series started in 1984, so my guess is this started from between 1994 or 2000. That's my guess. Anyway, episodes are Thomas and Birdie's Great Race, Old Iron, The Trouble with Mud, Terrence the Tractor, Percy's Ghostly Trick, Mavis, Henry and the Elephant, Percy's Promise, James Goes Buzz Buzz, and All at Sea. And like I said in my last DVD collection, they mistaken Henry and the Elephant for Henry the Elephant. Henry's a steam engine, he's not an elephant. Heh. And here we go with the Season 5 DVDs. The first one, Cranky Bugs and Other Thomas Stories. Cranky Bugs, Lady Hat's Birthday Party, Double Teething Troubles, Thomas, Percy, and Old Slow Coach, busy going backwards, and a better view for Gordon. Sing-along songs, Toby, Like in a Big Day for Thomas, and Donald's Duck. DVD 2 of the Season 5 series, Races, Rescues, and Runaways. Toby and the Flood, Put Upon Percy, Horrid Laurie, By George, Something in the Air, and Oliver's Fine. Sing-along songs, Come for the Ride, and Accidents Will Happen. And here we are with the Totally Thomas Volume 1. DVDs are Make Someone Happy, Spills and Chills, and Percy's Chocolate Crunch. We'll start off with Spills and Chills because it came after Races, Rescues, and Runaways and before it Makes Someone Happy. So I'm just going to do it like that. Spills and Chills. The episodes are Toby's Discovery, Rusty and the Boulder, Duncan Gets Spooked, Stepney Gets Lost, Haunted Henry, and Sir Topham Hatt's Holiday. Sing-along songs, Night Train, and Every Cloud Has a Silver Lining. Make Someone Happy and Other Thomas Adventures. The final Season 5th DVD. Make Someone Happy, A Big Surprise for Percy, Happy Ever After, Thomas and the Rumors, James and the Trouble with Trees, and Bah! Like a sheep or a goat say, Bah! Sing-along songs, It's Great to Be an Engine, and Every Cloud Has a Silver Lining. DVD 3, and also the second, Season 6 DVD, Percy's Chocolate Crunch, and Other Thomas Adventures. Percy's Chocolate Crunch, Thomas, Percy, and the Squeak, Gordon Takes a Tumble, Buffer Bother, Middle Engine, and Faulty Whistles. Well, even though it says Faulty Whistle right there, it's kind of pronounced Faulty Whistles. Sing-along song, Little Engines. Okay, give me a sec. I'm just gonna try and put these three DVDs back in the Totally Thomas Volume 1 column, and there we go. Here's my favorite DVD, James and the Red Balloon and Other Thomas Adventures. James and the Red Balloon, Twin Trouble, Edward the Really Useful Engine, The World's Strongest Engine, Rusty Saves the Day, and Duncan. Sing-along song, Down by the Docks. Season 7 DVD, the last one, Thomas and the Really Brave Engines. I have the other two, Hooray for Thomas and Percy Saves the Day, but I'll go into that later. Anyway, so here's Thomas and the Really Brave Engines. It's my second favorite DVD, like after James and the Red Balloon. Thomas and the Search for Fergus, Bad Day at Castle Lock, Toby and the Windmill, The Runaway Elephant, James and the Queen of Sodor, and Oliver the Snow Engine. Sing-along song, Troublesome Trucks. Thomas's Halloween Adventures, Scaredy Engines, Haunted Henry, Thomas Gets Tricked, Thomas, Percy and the Dragon, Diesel's Devious Deed, Percy's Ghostly Trick, and after Percy's Ghostly Trick, there's Sing-along Song 1, Boo Boo Choo Choo. Then there's the rest of the stories, Toby's Discovery, Gordon and the Gremlin, The Fogman, Bad Day at Castle Lock, and Percy and the Haunted Mine. And after that, it plays Engine Roll Call. They always play Engine Roll Call in the end. Always. Here's Thomas's Sodor Celebration, Thomas Saves the Day, Don't Tell Thomas, Fish, Halloween, Spick and Span, Chickens to School, Thomas and the Circus. Learning segments, Percy Pulls Out of the Station, and Being Blue, and sing-along song, Surprises. Final Season 8 DVD, like Thomas's Sodor Celebration, that's the third DVD. Here's Track Stars. Episodes are Thomas Gets It Right, Emily's New Route, Percy's Big Mistake, As Good as Gordon, James Gets a New Coat, and Thomas, Emily, and the Snowplow. Learning segments are Guess the Engine James. Then, what else? Oh, yeah. Helping One Another, Which Way Should Thomas and Emily Go, and Truck Trouble. Sing-along song, Emily. There's no one quite like Emily. That's what the song says. It also has some games though, like Thomas's Amazing Adventure from Percy's Big Mistake, and James's coloring game, James's coloring DVD. Anyway, here's Thomas's Milkshake Muddle, even though it just says Milkshake Muddle. I prefer it as Thomas's Milkshake Muddle. Episodes are Thomas's New Trucks, Duncan and the Old Mine, Thomas's Milkshake Muddle, Mighty Mac, Toby Feels Left Out, and Thomas and the New Engine. Now, let me try and remember the learning segments. The sing-along song is Pride, which plays after the first three and before the last three, a little like some other DVDs. Anyway, the learning segments are, let me think here, Thomas and the Shapes Bridge, then what makes Thomas happy, which engine for which job, and what route should Thomas take. Yeah, I think I got it all. Here's Carnival Capers, the only season 10th DVD for some reason. Anyway, the episodes are Percy and the Carnival, Thomas and the Birthday Mail, A Smooth Ride, The Green Controller, Edward Strikes Out, and Thomas's Frosty Friend. Sing-along song, There's Always Something New, which is also known as Old and New, sometimes. Learning segments are Who's Under the Coal Dust, Emily, Which Job for Rosie, Which Friend is in Which Shed, and Right-Sized Engine for the Job. Give me a second here. Here we go with the Season 1 to 11 DVDs. The Greatest Stories, I had that last time. And during that time, I just got Engine Friends. We'll go with The Greatest Stories first, because it was made first. In honor of 65 years of Thomas and Friends. So it's like a good celebration DVD or something. So the episodes are, Thomas Gets Tricked, Edward Helps Out. No, sorry, I think I kind of messed up a bit. Let me start over. Thomas Gets Tricked, Edward Helps Out, Diesel's Devious Deed, Percy's Ghostly Trick, Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, Trust Thomas, Henry and the Elephant, Cranky Bugs, Thomas Saves the Day. Wait. After Cranky Bugs, there's a season 7th episode, Snow Engine, then Thomas Saves the Day. Thomas Saves the Day. Sorry, I kind of messed up a bit there. That could happen to anyone. Then there's Edward the Great, James Gets a New Coat, Thomas Saves the Day, Thomas and the Birthday Picnic, Emily Knows Best, Percy and the Carnival, Thomas and the Birthday Mail, Sir Handel in Charge, Skarloey Storms Through, and Duncan Does It All. And the sing-along songs, this one are 4 character sing-along songs and 4 music videos. There's Really Useful Engine, James the Really Splendid Engine, Never 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 Give Up, Percy Seaside Trip, Sir Topham Hatt. Then there's, Harold the Helicopter. Then It's Great to Be an Engine. Okay, so that's 8 songs. Let me think here. It's Great to Be an Engine, James the Really Splendid Engine, Never Give Up, Seaside Trip, Sir Topham Hatt. That's like 5, or James the... Sorry, I'm just trying to remember all the songs here. I remember some of them. Let me start over. James the Really Splendid Engine, Never Give Up, Percy's Seaside Trip, Sir Topham Hatt, It's Great to Be an Engine. Then there's Thomas's Anthem Grand Finale in 10 Years of Thomas. Then Really Useful Engine. Oh yeah, and Harold the Helicopter. Yeah, I got all of that. Sorry that took a while. Anyway, let's get to DVD 2, Season 1 to 11, Engine Friends. Episodes are Thomas and Bertie's Great Race, Trouble in the Shed, Saved from Scrap, A New Friend for Thomas, Grand Puff, Sleeping Beauty, Make Someone Happy, A Bad Day for Harold the Helicopter, Twin Trouble, Edward the Really Useful Engine, which is also known as Edward the Very Useful Engine, Rusty Saves the Day, Emily's New Coaches, Thomas and the Rainbow, Thomas and the New Engine, Thomas and the Statue, Follow That Flower, Toby's Afternoon Off, Edward Strikes Out, Hide and Peep, and Emily and the Garbage. Now let's get on to some of my other new DVDs. Here's another double feature like James Goes Buzz Buzz and Thomas and the Special Letter. 2 DVDs on one. To side A, the top side, you get Thomas and the Treasure, and side B, Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon. Thomas and the Treasure, it's my 10th favorite DVD, like one of my top 10. Let's start off with Thomas and the Treasure first. Story stops in a sing-along song. Thomas and the Treasure, Duncan's Bluff, sing-along song Strength, Skarloey the Brave, Big Strong Henry, Thomas's Day Off, and Seeing the Sights. It's a season 9 to 10 DVD like Skarloey the Brave and Thomas's Day Off from season 9, and the other 4 from season 10. Anyway, let's get to Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon. The episodes are Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, Donald and Douglas, The Deputation, Time for Trouble, A Scarf for Percy, The Diseasel, and Edward's Exploit. Sing-along song, Every Cloud Has a Silver Lining, from Spills and Chills and Makes Someone Happy. It's a season 2 to 3 DVD like Thomas Gets Bumped and James Goes Buzz Buzz. Thomas Gets Bumped, that was the first one, then Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon here, then James Goes Buzz Buzz. And the final one, Percy's Ghostly Trick, which is an adventure on the tracks right there. There's Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, Time for Trouble, and A Scarf for Percy from season 3. And the other 4, about Donald and Douglas, Boko and Edward, they're all from season 2. Anyway, let's get to this other double feature with 2 DVDs. On Side with Thomas and Other Adventures, and Thomas's Trusty Friends, DVDs of Jack and the Sodor Construction Company miniseries. It can also be known as Jack in the Pack. Let's start off with On Side with Thomas because it was made first. There's A Visit from Thomas, Jack Owns Up, On Side with Thomas, sing-along song The Work Song, Percy's Scary Tale, Kelly's Windy Day, and A Happy Day for Percy. Then there's Thomas's Trusty Friends, which episodes are in a sing-along song, Thomas's Trusty Friends, Alfie Has Kittens, A Tale for Thomas, sing-along song, One Friendly Family, Percy Helps Out, The Tortoise and the Hare, and Thomas and the Moles. And that's 12 episodes from Jack and the Sodor Construction Company, 6 from Thomas's Trusty Friends, and 6 from On Side with Thomas. The last one, Mud, Glorious Mud, it's in, well, Mud, Glorious Mud. It has 3 sing-along songs, Engine Roll Call, which is all the way down in the end. It's a season 3 to 10 DVD. I'll explain about that in a little bit. Episodes are Edward the Really Useful Engine, Thomas and the Avalanche, Missing sing-along song Day and Night, Missing Freight Cars, Mud, Glorious Mud, sing-along song Togetherness, A Friend in Need, and Edward, Trevor, and the Really Useful Party. The last one, Edward, Trevor, and the Really Useful Party from season 3, Edward the Really Useful Engine and A Friend in Need from season 6, Missing Cars from season 10, Mud, Glorious Mud from Jack in the Pack, and Thomas and the Avalanche from season 7. Yeah, so that's Mud, Glorious Mud. Now let's get on to my Thomas and Friends Fun Pack. I really don't have It's Great to Be an Engine, Thomas's Sodor Celebration, and Calling All Engines in here. I have Trust Thomas, Hooray for Thomas, and Thomas and the Toy Workshop. I already have. I just decided to do something like that. Anyway, so let's get started with these 3. Trust Thomas and Other Stories, Season 3 DVD. Trust Thomas, Mavis, Toby's Tightrope, No Joke for James, Percy's Promise, Henry's Forest, and The Trouble with Mud. Sing-along song, Harold the Helicopter, a song about Harold. DVD 2, Hooray for Thomas and Other Adventures. This is for Season 7 DVD. Then Percy saves the day. Then Thomas and the really brave engines. Percy saves the day. It's in there with an adventure on the tracks. I'll go into that in a little while. Story stops. Hooray for Thomas. Edward's brass band. The refreshment ladies stand. Rheneas and the roller coaster. The grand opening. And best dressed engine. Sing-along song. The Red Balloon. Then here's a final season 9th DVD. Thomas and the Toy Workshop. It's one of my top 20 DVDs. It's not part of my top 10, but it's one of my top 20. Like, I think it's after Thomas, Percy and the Dragon. Story stops. Thomas and the statue. Henry and the flagpole. Bold and brave. Sing-along song, Be Brave. Thomas and the Toy Workshop. Percy and the oil painting. And Thomas and the rainbow. Now give me a sec. I have to put these three back in here, like Totally Thomas over there. Okay, almost got it. Here are my DVD sets. 6 DVD set, Adventure on the Tracks, and 4 DVD set, Let's Explore with Thomas. We'll go ahead with Adventure on the Tracks. Thomas and the Jet Engine, Season 6 to 7 DVD. First 3 episodes from season 6, and last 3 from season 7. Thomas and the Jet Engine, Percy and the Haunted Mine, Scaredy Engines, Harold and the Flying Horse, Bulgy Rides Again, and Salty Stormy Tale. Sing-along song, Boo Boo Choo Choo, like in Thomas and Percy's... No, not Thomas and Percy's or something. I meant to say Boo Boo Choo Choo, like in Thomas's Halloween Adventures. Percy's Ghostly Trick and other Thomas stories. There's Thomas's Anthem sing-along song that comes before the stories. Percy's Ghostly Trick, Woolly Bear, Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure, Escape, Oliver Owens Up, and All at Sea. Thomas Comes to Breakfast and other Thomas adventures. Thomas Comes to Breakfast, Pop Goes the Diesel, Diesel's Devious Deed, A Close Shave for Duck, Gordon Takes a Dip, Double Trouble, A Cow on the Line, and Trouble in the Shed. Sing-along song, Little Engines, like in Percy's Chocolate Crunch over there in Totally Thomas. Rusty to the Rescue and other Thomas adventures. Season 4 DVD, like Thomas and the Special Letter. Rusty to the Rescue came before Thomas and the Special Letter. Story stops are Grand Puff, Sleeping Beauty, A Bad Day for Sir Handel, Rusty Helps Peter Sam, Rusty to the Rescue, and Thomas and Stepney. Sing-along song, Gone Fishing. Here's my... Steamies vs. Diesels. Steamies vs. Diesels and other Thomas adventures. It's my 3rd favorite DVD after Thomas and the Really Brave Engines. I could make a video of my top 10 favorite Thomas DVDs. I may do that, but this is just a video of my DVD collection, like of all DVDs I have right now. Anyway, so Steamies vs. Diesels, first season 8 DVD, Story Stops, Thomas to the Rescue, Henry and the Wishing Tree, Squeak, Rattle, and Roll, and Percy's New Whistle. Sing-along song, Sounds, and the learning segments are Steamies and Diesel Sounds, Getting There, and Guess the Engine, Emily. Second season 7 DVD, Percy Saves the Day. There's Percy Gets It Right, Something Fishy, What's the Matter with Henry, The Old Bridge, Trusty Rusty, Bill, Ben, and Fergus, and sing-along song, There Once Was an Engine Who Ran Away. And we all know who that engine was, Fergus. Fergus the traction engine. Let's Explore with Thomas, 4 DVD set. Second Thomas and Friends movie, Calling All Engines from 2005. Come Ride the Rails, 2nd season 9th DVD. Like, first of all, there was Tales from the Tracks, then Come Ride the Rails, then Thomas's Milkshake Muddle, and finally Thomas and the Toy Workshop. Well, I think I'll do Come Ride the Rails first. Story Stops, Molly's Special, Respect for Gordon, Emily Knows Best, Saving Edward, Rheneas and the Dinosaur, and Thomas and the Golden Eagle. Sing-along song, Buffer Up and Share, learning segments, Who Can Get to the Washdown, then Being Kind, then ... Thomas and Emily Respects. It also has some games though, like, let me think here, Toby's Day Out, Percy's Favorite Things, Seeing Seals, and Sir Topham Hatt's Helping Hands. And it also has Gordon's Gallery, like all about Gordon the Big Engine or something. Then there's here's Tales from the Tracks, Thomas and the Birthday Picnic, Flower Power, The Magic Lamp, Keeping Up with James, Tuneful Toots, and Thomas Tries His Best. Sing-along song, Every Day's a Special Day on Sodor. Day and Night, like in Mud, Glorious Mud, that's a bonus sing-along song in the main menu of Tales from the Tracks. Learning segments, What Does Toby See, Cool Down Delivery, What Goes Where, and ... James. And the games are Arthur's Trickety Travels, and Getting Up Gordon's Hill. I don't know what else there is or something, but there is also a Percy and the Oil Painting read-along. Oh wait, I forgot about It's Great to Be an Engine, my fourth favorite DVD. Story Stops, Too Hot for Thomas, Emily's Adventure, You Can Do It Toby, Gordon Takes Charge, Edward the Great, James Goes Too Far, and Percy and the Magic Carpet. Learning segments, ... Edward and Henry Huff's Out of the Station. Sing-along song, A World Around You. Here are all of my CGI DVDs. Well, apart from this one, Engines and Escapades. Season 11 DVD, a DVD all about the narrow gauge engines. Story Stops are right here. Duncan Does It All, Sir Handel in Charge, Cool Truckings, Ding-a-Ling, Skarloey Storms Through, and Wash Behind Your Buffers. Then there's a sing-along song, The Narrow Gauge Engines, which plays between Cool Truckings and Ding-a-Ling after the first three and before the final three, like Be Brave and Thomas and the Toy Workshop. Anyway, so let's get started with my CGI DVDs. Here are all my Season 12 DVDs, The Adventure Pack. DVD 1, Railway Friends, Story Stops, Best Friends, The Party Surprise, Gordon Takes a Shortcut, Thomas Puts the Brakes On, Saved You, and Excellent Emily. High Speed Adventures, Thomas and the Billboard, Steady Eddie, Rosie's Carnival Special, Mountain Marvel, Henry Gets It Wrong, and Don't Go Back. And here's Team Up with Thomas. It only has 4 episodes, like this is the first DVD to start engine driver learning segments, like Mr. Arkwright and Mr. Perkins. The Season 12 DVDs, Team Up with Thomas and Percy and the Bandstand, they're the only ones with Mr. Arkwright. Anyway, so in this one, it's about Mr. Arkwright's special job. Well, it's called Mr. Arkwright's Special Job, and the story stops are Heave Ho Thomas, James Works It Out, Tram Trouble, and Push Me, Pull You. Percy and the Bandstand, story stops are Toby's Special Surprise, Duncan and the Hot Air Balloon, The Man in the Hills, and Percy and the Bandstand. This engine driver learning segment, Mr. Arkwright gets ready, like he gets ready to go with Thomas to take wood all over the island. And now here we go with Mr. Perkins DVDs. Here's some the Season 13 DVDs I have, Splish Splash Splosh and Creaky Cranky. In Splish Splash Splosh, everyone gets to meet Charlie. Story stops are Playtime, Splish Splash Splosh, Slippy Sodor, and Snow Tracks. Engine driver segment, let me think here, Mr. Perkins' talent. Well, is it that? Well, I think it could be that. And here are the bonus features, Lift and Load, Game, and Counting with Thomas. Creaky Cranky DVD. There's Creaky Cranky, Tickled Pink, Steamy Sodor, and The Early Bird. Engine driver segment, Mr. Perkins' party, like he plans to give Mr. Arkwright the best birthday ever. Bonus feature, the sound song, like it's a CGI version, like in Steamies vs. Diesels. Those are my Season 13 DVDs. Now here's my Season 14 DVD, Wobbling Wheels and Whistles. Everyone gets to meet Scruff in this one. Bonus features, Steam Team Puzzles, and I don't really want to talk about that one right there. I used to watch episodes like that, but those days are over about me. Engine driver segment, Mr. Perkins' Seaside. The story stops are Jumping Joby Wood, Thomas and Scruff, Victor Says Yes, and Toby and the Whistling Woods. Season 12 to 13 DVD, The Birthday Express. Percy's Parcel, and Double Trouble from Season 13, then The Man in the Hills and the Party Surprise from Season 12. Engine driver segment, Mr. Perkins' Sodor's Got Talent. Season 15 DVD, Rescue on the Rails. Engine driver segment, The Great Perkino. Like Mr. Perkins Does a Magic Show. Bonus features, Thomas You're the Leader music video, and Who's Pulling into the Station game. I already said featuring activities and fun with Driver Perkins, like I just said that, The Great Perkino. Story stops, Fiery Flynn, James to the Rescue, Edward the Hero, and Stop That Bus. Season 14 to 15 DVDs, Schoolhouse Delivery and Sticky Situations. In Schoolhouse Delivery, the first 3 are from Season 14, and the last one's from Season 15. In Sticky Situations, it's the other way around. First 3 from Season 15, and the last one from Season 14. We'll start off with Schoolhouse Delivery, Diesel's Special Delivery, Being Percy, Henry's Health and Safety, and Happy Hero. Engine driver segment, Mr. Perkins' painting. Engine driver segment in Sticky Situations, Mr. Perkins' treasure hunt, like he hunts for coins of Thomas, James, and Gordon for a pirate treasure hunt. Bonus features, Biff Bash Bosh game, Guess Who puzzles, Go Go Thomas, and a Go Go Thomas music video. Already said Driver Perkins. Stuck on You, Spencer the Grand, Gordon and Ferdinand, and Charlie and Eddie. Those 4 that I just said, those were the story stops. Here's Muddy Manners, Season 16 DVD. Episodes are Muddy Manners, Thomas and the Garbage Train, Don't Bother Victor, Whiff Swish, and Thomas Toots the Crows. Go Go Thomas music video bonus feature, and engine driver segment, Mr. Perkins' Jumbo Sale. Or is it Jumble Sale? I think it's either Jumbo or Jumble. Anyway, so give me a second here. Here's Engines to the Rescue, final Season 17th DVD. Like, first of all, there was Railway Mischief, The Thomas Way, then Spills and Thrills, then Engines to the Rescue. They all came after the King of the Railway movie, but I'll go into that more. Story stops are Too Many Fire Engines, The Phantom Express, Bill or Ben, Henry's Hero, and Not Now Charlie. Bonus features, Hey Hey Thomas music video, Working Together Again music video, and Guess Who puzzles. And here are some segments along each episode, like Calling All Engines, Edward and Emily, Mr. Perkins' Postcards, the Sodor Steamworks, The Earl's Quiz, Pingy Pongy Pickup, and Double Trouble. And Mr. Perkins' Story Time, Thomas and the Breakdown Train. Ultimate Friendship Adventures, 10 episodes, first five from Season 20, last 5 from Season 19. Sydney Sings, Toby's New Friend, Henry Gets the Express, Diesel and the Ducklings, Saving Time, No, The Other Side of the Mountain, No Help at All, Rocky Rescue, Goodbye Sir Topham Hatt, and Thomas the Babysitter. Season 20 DVD, Extraordinary Engines. Bonus features, sing-along songs, Let's Go, and Spring is Here. Then there's Railway Fun with Thomas. I don't think I can remember the segments in this one, but I do remember the story stops. And I just found out that they don't do the segments in this one, they just do the stories. Which are Engine of the Future, Henry in the Dark, The Missing Breakdown Train, Hugo and the Airship, Three Steam Engine Scruff, and Skiff and the Mermaid. Here are all my Thomas and Friends Christmas DVDs. Here are my classic DVDs. And those other four down there, they're all my CGI ones. We'll start off with my classic ones. Ultimate Christmas, Story Stops, Snow, Thomas's Christmas Party, Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree, Terrence the Tractor, Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure, Special Funnel, It's Only Snow, Jack Frost, and Toby Had a Little Lamb, sing-along songs, The Snow Song, and Winter Wonderland. Holiday Express, Season 3 to 11 DVD. Bonus feature, Sodor Sounds game and Cargo Challenge game. Just 2 games. Story stops are Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure, Season 3, Snow Engine, also known as Oliver the Snow Engine from Season 7, Henry's Lucky Day from Season 11, Don't Tell Thomas, and Thomas, Emily, and the Snowplow from Season 8, and Thomas's Frosty Friend from Season 10. Merry Winter Wish, Story Stops, Merry Winter Wish, Thomas and the Snowman Party, Henry's Magic Box, and Merry Misty Island. Bonus feature, Sir Topham Hatt's Frosty Friend game. Engine Driver segment, Mr. Perkins' Winter Holiday. Merry Christmas, Thomas. The Mr. Perkins gets snowed in. That's the Engine Driver segment in this one. The story's bonus features, the Christmas Gift Express game, and a score. Yeah, like I said, Driver Perkins. Story stops, Let It Snow, Surprise, Surprise, Percy the Snowman, and Tree Trouble. Here's Santa's Little Engine, 13 to 17 DVD, narrated by Mark Morganham. Well, did I say it right? Well, anyway, the story stops are Santa's Little Engine, No Snow for Thomas, The Frozen Turntable, The Missing Christmas Decorations, and Snow Tracks from Season 13. Snow Tracks, like I said, just is from Season 13. It's re-narrated by Mark Morganham or something. I don't remember all the segments, but I do remember one, Calling All Engines, Thomas and Gordon. And I do remember Mr. Perkins' story time, The Flying Kipper. So those two I remember for now. Then here's Tinsel on the Tracks, Season 20 DVD. Bonus features, Glenn's Christmas Wish and Guess Who puzzles. Glenn's Christmas Wish, that's a sing-along song. Story stops, Letters to Santa, The Christmas Coffee Pot, The Rail Car and the Coaches, Over the Hill, and Love Me Tender. Don't really remember the segments to this one either.
Alright, girls, here we go.
Sorry about that, my TV just got a little something about that. Well, that should do it, just did a little something. Anyway, finally, here are all my movies. Thomas and the Magic Railroad from 2000. Thomas and the Magic Railroad from 2000. Blue Mountain Mystery from 2012. And like I said, Calling All Engines, that's 2005. That counts too. King of the Railway from 2013. Tale of the Brave from 2014. And Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure from 2015. And that is my Thomas and Friends DVD collection. Thank you very much for watching.